Hello everyone, Sheek here with another Transformers review, and today I'll be reviewing the Netflix original series Transformers Warfare Cybertron Trilogy Optimus Prime. And as you can see, this is the version of Optimus that originally was released for Earthrise, which originally came with a trailer. This one does not come with a trailer, and the paint scheme is a little bit different. I unfortunately do not have that version with me currently, so I cannot compare and contrast the two color schemes. But as you can see, he does come with an axe and a shield bot, minicon, whatever they're called. And as on the side, you can see Optimus. On the other side, you can see Netflix original series with artwork depicting scenes. Yeah, very similar to the other ones. And then on the back, transforms in 31 steps. And then interacts and shield drawn 5 steps and 4 steps. And yeah, that's about it for the packaging. And oh, well, what do you know? It's already coming out on its own. Yeah, warning, do not eat anything in this box. Alright, now let's go ahead and get him opened up. I think I'll just go ahead and slice the tape with that key. And there we are. And of course, one more right here. And this box, I am probably not going to really save this box. As you can see, different backdrop. As you can see, there is Optimus. It looks actually kind of nice. And then the Autobot emblem. And of course, something else in the box, just an empty sander box. And there we have his instructions, which are significantly smaller than the other one because, you know, no trailer. But then again, okay, and he looks like he comes with the Matrix of Leadership as well. And there's his gun, and that's how you can store, and this is how you get him into truck mode. And then that's how you transform his companions, which you do not see in the show. So I'm not exactly sure why they did it this way, but who knows, we'll see. Let's go ahead and get out his gun, which is, if I remember right, is exactly the same as the other one. And of course, flips like that for storage. And that's about it for that gun right there. Let's go ahead and get Optimus out. Doesn't look like he has anything really holding him in place besides the packaging itself. Honestly, I wish they did more packaging like that because it is annoying having to you know, clip all those things that hold them in place. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and take a look at him first. There's his noggin, and as you can see, looks like it might be a little bit of scratches on his mouth plate, but it still looks pretty cool. Nice silver, light blue for the eyes, silver for his crest, and then dark blue for the rest of his head. It is on a ball joint, you can go up and down. A little wiggle waggle, and of course full 360. Looks like he has a grayish, yellowish color for his windshield, although from the camera it looks a little greenish bluish, but it's not the blue that originally was. And then of course there is silver on his chest and up here, yellow on his crotch, and then blue right there. Gray for his legs, silver for the fuel tanks, and of course just more blue and silver, and then his wheels right there. And then of course his blue hands. I'm not sure, I think these ones might be painted blue, might not. These might be molded in blue plastic, unlike the Earthrise one, which I kind of wish I had them side by side so I can compare them like I said earlier. Looks like this one might not have the problem that my Earthrise one had. Like this, I had to wedge something in here to get it to pop into place because it was like really tight. And on second thought, I should have probably filed it, but I didn't have a file currently at that time. Anyway, for articulation, his arms can go out that far. They can tilt a little back like that, but that's more for transformation. They can do a full 360. Elbows about 90 degrees bend there. doesn't bend back, bicep swivel, wrist swivel, hands open and close. And then you do have waist swivel, but it is inhibited by this back here, so you can't get a full 360 with those in the way. Legs can go out that far, you can do the full splits. Legs can go forward that far. Back this far, not terribly far because of that again. And knees, over 90-degree bend at the knees. And there is a thigh swivel. No, nothing at the knee rotation wise, and of course you have ankle tiltage, and then a little bit at the toes, but then again more for transformation, and same with the heel, but more for transformation. And let's go ahead and take a look and see what this matrix looks like. Looks like the same standard matrix that well, they also did a re-release of Earthrise for Kingdom. I don't know if they made changes that way, but it does look pretty much the same, although the translucent plastic does look a little more off blue than I remember the other one being. It might not be, but I'm pretty certain that is the case. Well, let's go ahead and put that back in his chest, close that up, and get on to his shield, whatever his name was, Shieldron, and that is something, yeah, Shieldron and Enerax. Interesting names. And let's take a look at Shieldron. I don't know why, but their names are really hard to remember. Maybe because they're just kind of weird. His legs feel a little bit loose. His arms are on ball joints too, but his head does not appear to move. It might move, but the shield is kind of in the way, and it is part of his back. So it looks like his head might rotate, but I can't get... Okay, there. Okay, never mind. It does untab, but I don't want to break this thing off, because it is clear plastic, and clear plastic tends to be more brittle, and looks like it might already have some stress marks. But then again, it could also be bleed through, or paint that bled through. But no, his head does not rotate. It is molded on. Go ahead and close that up. And his arms are on ball joints. Nothing at the elbows. You can rotate that way. You can go up that far, down that far, and of course, because of the ramp shield thing, can't do anything there. Same with the other arm. And then his legs can go forward that far and back about that far, and he can almost, well, yeah, he can do the full splits. And there goes his leg. Okay, get that popped back on. And there goes the other leg. Okay, I guess they're not meant to go up quite that far. There we are. Set that down. Set him right in front of Optimus. And hope that that leg does not pop off again. Let's go ahead and get Enerax. I guess Energon Axe is probably what it's supposed to be like. Because, I mean, Optimus does have an Energon Axe. So I guess instead of just giving him an axe, they decide, hey, let's go ahead and make a pterodactyl that turns into an axe. I mean, that's not a horrible idea, but I just think it's kind of funny that they decided to do that. Because, I mean, they gave Siege Optimus a axe that also turned into a shield. This guy looks pretty straightforward. Looks like you just rotate that around, extend those, and then just flip down the feet, and maybe just rotate that in, and it looks like we have Enerax in his pterodactyl mode. Now, I'm sure it's probably optional. You can probably have this out still like that, or have it up like that, or close all the way down. And if I take a quick peek at the instructions, I can probably confirm or deny that. It looks like for pterodactyl mode, it is like this, with the gun handle flipped out like that. So yeah, very straightforward transformation. And of course, to get back, just flip that out, close that up, and rotate that down. And there we go. back. Oh, and flip the feet up. And there you go. Energon Axe. Enerax. And let's go ahead and have him hold his axe. Just go ahead and clamp that down. And there we go. Have an axe. Have a gun. And let's see about getting him turned into a shield. My guess is pretty much just flip this out right here on his chest, which just looks like a peg to go on his arm or something, or a robot's arm. Looks like you peg his legs together. Just pretty much straighten him out. Peg his arms into the base of the shield. And just flip down like so. Oh, and it looks like his feet also peg in down there. So, yeah, just a robot with a plank on his back. I guess it's, I don't know. At least with Broadside, he turns into a plank rather than just having a plank on his back. But then again, I don't have G1 Broadside, so I can't compare quite yet. But I did have Times Returns. But yeah, it turns into a block. Slab. Cool slab. Aircraft carrier. Anyway, back to this. And he forms a shield. If you can ignore the fact that it's just a robot laying flat attached to his arm, it actually looks kind of cool. You can peg it into his forearm or his shoulder on his smokestack, whichever you prefer, although less of his robot is obviously visible when you have it pegged into his forearm. And that's about it for his accessories. Now let's go ahead and get him transformed. First off, you want to take off his weapons. Take off his weapons. Then you want to flip in his hands, like so. And I'm pretty sure this is molded blue plastic because it is... It doesn't come across as like having paint on it, so I'm pretty sure it is just molded plastic. And there seems to be like some navy blue plastic as well. Like I said, I really wish I had Earthrise to compare side by side because there are differences. Anyway, once you get that, I mean, you can kind of put his arms up like this, get him situated like that, and then you want to start getting all this down, getting his bumper. And you want to rotate around. Then you want to untab these right here on his back, like so. And you also want to untab this. And as you can see, there is the grill for his truck mode. And you want to pull up on this right here to flip everything out. And as you can see, it's all nicely folded up in there. And you just unfold everything. Unfold, flip out, flip out, flip out, and then you also want to tab this in right here, clicks into place, and then you want to flip his head around, down like that, and then you want to tab it in right here like that, and you want to get his shoulders kind of back like so. Get them in there, and it's all going to tab in behind here, kind of like this, and then just get all lined, nice and lined up. Get this all lined up as well. Then you want to get his legs, push down like that, and these tab into right here on his hips, and you rotate down like this, tab into place, and tab into place, tab into place, tab into place, tab into place, and then of course you can go down to his legs, clip together like so, close up, make sure it's all nice and lined up. Looks like, let's see, looks like we're about done here. You don't have to for this one. I think this is more of a remnant from Siege Optimus, but you can of course I want to do that if you're gonna move this down, but move those out and then tab into his arms right here. So yeah, that is something you do. Just tab in there right there, clip in, and there you go, he's in his truck mode. Alright, one last little bit that I forgot to mention, because it always slips my mind whenever I transform him, but is these tanks. You just flip them out like that from there. But the problem is with these things is like whenever you're handling them or whatever, they just have the tendency to close right back up, so you just kind of forget about them. But yeah, that is the last thing you do to get him into his truck mode. Let's go ahead and tilt that down so we can get a better look. As you can see, he is a basic truck. It's just Earthrise truck with the Earthrise Optimus Prime with a little bit of differences. I mean, pretty decent truck, but it's a little, I mean, granted I don't have the room for his trailer, but it just seems kind of weird having a truck without the trailer. And then of course, for storage, you can store his gun back here like so. Like that. Nice little storage. And then you can probably store these guys wherever, like still on his forearm in vehicle mode. Now you have a shield on the side right there. NRX you can probably have up here. Peg this in right here, and then you have like a gun. Well, if he'll stay on, an Air-John gun for Optimus to use in his truck mode. So yeah, that's about it for the Netflix Optimus Prime. And if you've liked this review and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.